Sam from the 33 Secrets, and in tonight's coaching video, we are talking about how to approach beautiful women by becoming an opportunist, by seeing opportunity in every single approach that you do. All right, so tonight we are talking about becoming an opportunist, seeing opportunity in every single approach that you do, and why it is massively, massively critical that you see opportunity in every single approach that you do, and don't let any of these opportunities pass you by. Don't let any of these beautiful women that you're attracted to, that you see on the street every single day, that you feel that natural chemistry and connection with, don't just let those girls walk by as if you're invisible, because you never know, okay? You never know which one of those girls is actually going to be cool, which one of those girls that you're actually going to have that instant connection with, that instant romantic connection with. You don't know until you approach. So the purpose of tonight's coaching video is to bang into your head to stop letting those opportunities just fly right by you every single day. Because I guarantee you're doing it. You see these attractive women on the street every single day that you know you're attracted to. You know that's your type of girl. But you don't do anything. You just let her walk right by, walk in and out of your life as if you're invisible. And you blow the opportunity, not knowing what would have happened. Not even giving yourself that opportunity to win, to succeed. Now, if you're new to this, if you're what we call a newbie, okay, I don't really blame you, okay? If you're still new to this, I completely understand. I have sympathy for you because it's still outside of your comfort zone. It's still outside of your reality that you can actually go out there and approach a stranger, a beautiful woman who's a stranger, and actually attract her into your life by using what I teach you, just by using what I teach you here in my coaching program, okay? All of these secret techniques that you're learning in my coaching program, guess what? They work. They all work. They've all been field tested. Okay, you don't have to go out there and do the trial and error. I've already done it for you. And believe me, they work. All you have to do is just go out there and apply them. Okay, it's that simple. You just have to go out and apply them. And you have to stop letting these opportunities just blow right by you. And when I say opportunities, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about all of those attractive women that you see every single day that just walk right by you. Okay, maybe some of them you don't have that instant connection and chemistry with. Okay, I get that. But there are a good number of them that you do see at least a few times a week, where you see a girl and you might think, hey, that chick's really cute. Or hey, that chick, she's pretty hot. On top of that, you feel this kind of natural chemistry and connection without even talking to her. You just kind of feel like, wow, this chick is actually kind of my type. But you don't do anything about it. You don't go over there and approach her to find out if she's cool or not, to find out if you do actually have things in common, to find out if you even like her. Instead, you come up with all these crazy excuses in your head for why you shouldn't go talk to her. You tell yourself that, you know, she looks kind of busy. I don't want to bother her. Or you know what? She looks like she's kind of having a bad day. I don't want to talk to her. Or you know what? Maybe she has a boyfriend. That kind of girl, she's got to have a boyfriend. You start filling your head up with all these crazy ass excuses for why you shouldn't go approach her before you even give yourself a chance to actually approach. You see how crazy this is? You're like throwing in the towel on yourself before you've even had a chance to get out there on the field. You're like forfeiting the game before you've even tried to get out there and score. You're not even giving yourself a chance. You're not even believing in yourself enough to think that, hey, maybe today is my day. Maybe that girl, instead of thinking, hey, she has a boyfriend, or hey, she looks busy, or hey, maybe she's not in the mood to be picked up, instead of filling your mind up with all these negative thoughts and demons, these mental demons, instead you would be telling yourself, hey, you know what? I could picture myself dating that chick. I could picture her being my girlfriend. I could picture myself having sex with her. I could picture myself going on vacations with her, right? You would be in what I call a promotion mindset versus a prevention mindset. And this reminds me of a student that I took out not that long ago. It was about 3 or 4 months ago. Okay, this student of mine, he'd never approached girls before. So this was completely out of his comfort zone, completely out of his reality. So we basically went day gaming at 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica. I took him out there to do some day game, do some approaches. Most of the time he watched me, he wanted to learn from me. I opened the majority of the sets during the day game series that we were doing together, and I would bring him into my set just so he could see what that's like, and really so his brain could see proof that this stuff actually works, that you can actually approach beautiful women out there and actually get them attracted to you. Okay, and he was seeing this up live because he was out with me, I was opening the sets, and I was basically taking these girls who were really pretty hot, right? On 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica, these girls were hot. I was going from complete stranger to friend to all of a sudden romantic interest. He could see like this shift in their eyes from like, okay, first I approach them, they're like, who is this guy? Of course, they're a little defensive, like, what does this guy want? And then I'm able to lower their guard. They're able to see that, hey, this guy's actually friendly. He's cool. I like him. And then I establish that rapport with them. So they feel like, okay, there's a little bit of a familiarity I feel with this guy. I feel like I already know him. And then I go into the attraction building phase. And then he could see the girl, like right in front of him, go through these stages of where I approach, I was a complete stranger, then I became a friend, then I became somebody that they had romantic interest in. And he saw that in the girl's eyes, like, wow, this girl wants to see you again. That's crazy. He was like, I've never seen anybody do that before. It's like magic. Oh my gosh, it's like magic. You're like a wizard. And I'm like, no, I'm not, dude. I'm just following the steps that I teach you. I'm following the same steps that I teach in my coaching program. That's all I'm doing. There's no magic here. There's no wizardry. There's no sorcery. I'm just doing exactly what I teach you to do. But most of all, this is what I taught him, most of all, I'm not letting any opportunities pass me by. When I see a beautiful woman that I feel that I've got that natural attraction for, and I'm feeling that natural connection for, I'm not gonna let that girl just walk in and out of my life. I'm not gonna blow that opportunity. I mean, what if that chick becomes a long-term girlfriend? What if she becomes my future wife? You never know. I don't let those opportunities pass me by, okay? The girl looks like she's in a bad mood. She looks like she doesn't want to be approached. I don't give myself those mental demons and convince myself that, yeah, she looks like she's in a bad mood and she doesn't want to be approached. No, I approach anyway and I find out for myself, okay? And if she is in a bad mood, then that's fine. At least I know. I'm like, okay, I was right. Yeah, she didn't look like she wanted to be approached today. But a lot of times, even to this day, she might look like she's in a bad mood, and I'm like, oh, I bet she's in a bad mood. And I approach, and then all of a sudden this smile lights up in her. Like, wow, I was wrong. I'm glad I approached her. She's cool. She wants to hang out all of a sudden, right? This girl that, I just saw randomly, say at a bookstore, like looking at magazines, and didn't look like she wanted to be bothered. All of a sudden, she's super cool. And she's like, yeah, let's go hang out. Yeah, I've got some free time. You'd be surprised, by the way. A lot of these girls during day game would be more than happy to hang out with you, especially if they have a lot of free time on their hands. And a lot of them do. A lot of them who are just walking around during the day, during the weekdays, like Monday through Friday, when everybody's at work. A lot of those girls are taking the day off. A lot of those girls are in between jobs. A lot of those girls, if they're in college, they're just not going to class that day. So they have time to kind of just chill and meet strangers, and they'll do it. You'd be surprised. Again, these are things that are outside of your reality when you don't learn this stuff, when you're not out there doing approaches. So for him, this was something that was just mind-blowing. He was like, I can't believe this is possible. I can't believe it. But the one thing I wanted to bang into his head was, notice, I don't let opportunities pass me by. Okay, sure, there's some, a lot of attractive women out there that I don't feel any connection for, and I really have no interest in approaching them. Okay, and the reason why, at the stage I'm at now, the reason why I can do that is because, well, A, I'm in abundance. I have other beautiful women that I'm dating. But B, because I know I have that skill set where I don't mind waiting for the next girl to come along, because there's so many attractive women out there. Okay, there are tons of them. And at least a few times a week, I run across those very special girls that I do feel that natural chemistry and connection with. And I don't care if I'm wearing my sweatpants and shorts. I don't care if I'm, I haven't showered in 3 days, I'm gonna approach that girl. I don't care. I don't need to look my best. If I see that girl, I'm not gonna let that opportunity pass me by. I'm gonna go and approach her, period. And I'm gonna see if she's cool. And if she's cool, I'm gonna see what she's up to that day. And if she's free, I'm gonna wanna hang out with her. I'm gonna ask her, hey, come with me. Let's go get drinks together. Let's go get some coffee. Let's get to know each other, right? It's just that very natural and authentic communication that I'm having with her, that natural and authentic interaction. So, make a long story short, I took the student out, we went day gaming, and for the most part, he watched me, and pretty much throughout the day, I just wanted to bang into his head to not let opportunities pass him by. Because one thing about him, as well as most newbies, okay, including yourself, if you're still very new to this, is you're letting all of these opportunities pass you by every single day. I guarantee it. So many beautiful women that you know are your type of girl, that you feel that natural chemistry and attraction for, those type of girls where you look at and you're like, you can picture yourself dating her, those type of girls. How many times per week do you let those type of girls, you see them on the street, at the gym, wherever, you let those girls just walk in and out of your life. You let them walk right by you without you stopping them, without you talking to them, without you going any further than just checking them out. Because I guarantee you're letting a lot of opportunities pass you by. A lot of cool girls that you could be dating, a lot of cool girls that you could be bringing into your life if you only believed in yourself just a little bit more, enough to actually approach her and start talking to her, start a conversation with her. Okay, stop filling your head up with all these mental demons that she's busy, she probably has a boyfriend, she's probably not gonna be interested in me. Stop giving yourself all these excuses and stop filling your head with all these limiting beliefs that are keeping you from actually just working game on her, from approaching her and working game on her. Okay, so this student of mine, we day gamed the entire day, and then we took a break. And he was hungry, and he was like, what's around here? And I'm like, well, there's Whole Foods. You want to go to Whole Foods? He's like, yeah, cool, let's go to Whole Foods. We were pretty much going to end it after Whole Foods because we had been gaming all day. So we get to Whole Foods, and we're at the salad bar. As we're at the salad bar, getting our food, there's this girl, really cute Latina girl. She was like half Latina, half white. And we know those kind of like mestiza girls, those ones who are mixed with she was like Irish and Mexican. Awesome combo. She was hot. Anyway, she was by the salad bar. She walks by both of us, and this chick smelled so good. Oh, she smelled great. Walks by both of us, and he just looks over at her, and I knew he was attracted to her. And I knew that was exactly his type of girl. But he just goes about, he checks her out, gives her a good 3 to 5 second look. Luckily she didn't see that, because that would creep her out. But looks at her for a good 3 to 5 seconds, then he goes back to his salad bar, putting his food in his box. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, what are you doing, Paul? I did most of the approaches today. I want you to approach her. And he's like, dude, we're done gaming for the day. And I'm like, hey, what do I say about pickup? It's a lifestyle. So after a few minutes of encouragement, he finally works up the nerve to go talk to her. He turns to me and he goes, what do I say to her? What should I say? And I'm like, I don't normally like to do this, but I gave him the opener. Because she had that exotic look about her, I said, just ask her this. Just say, hey, excuse me, sorry to bother you. I was just curious, what nationality are you? That's it, ask her that. And once you get your answer, go ahead and come back to me. I will be proud of you if you just do that and not blow the opportunity and just let her walk in and out of your life. Right? Just go over there, ask her what her ethnicity is, then you can come right back to me and we'll call it a day. Right? I just didn't want him to blow that opportunity. So he walks over to her with really bad body language, by the way, just really poor body language, poor posture, and in a very apologetic tone, he's like, excuse me, sorry to bother you. I just wanted to know, what ethnicity are you? And she looks at him and she goes, oh, I'm half Mexican and I'm half French. And he was like, oh, okay, I was just curious. And he's ready to walk away. And she was like, well, what did you think I was? And then when she asked him that question, what did you think I was? he pulled himself back in and he was like, I wasn't sure. He goes, but you kind of had this exotic look about you. And she's like, well, so what did you think I was? And he goes, well, I didn't know. That's why I was asking you. And she goes, oh, okay. And from that point, he worked up the courage, in really bad game. I mean, this is really poor game, but he worked up the courage to ask her what her name was, right? He was like, what's your name? And she was like, my name's Melissa. What's yours? He was like, oh, my name's Paul. Nice to meet you. And they shake hands. It's just like very formal. It was hilarious. But I mean, this is really bad game that he was displaying here. But I was proud of the fact that he did not blow that opportunity. I was proud of the fact that he did work up the nerve to at least open her, ask her what her nationality was, and follow through by introducing himself, getting her name. Like, hey, what's your name? She was like, Melissa. He's like, I'm Paul. Nice to meet you. And he was like, it was very nice to meet you. I don't want to waste any more of your time. So I'll see you later. And she's like, oh, okay, bye. And that was that. Fast forward 3 days later, we're out in Hollywood. Okay, this time we're doing night game. We're at the W Hotel. We're at the bar. It's empty that night. I don't know why. It was like a Friday night. It was super empty. We're about to go to another venue. I was going to take him to another venue that was more crowded. I was going to take him to this place called the Den, which is in West Hollywood. And just as we're leaving, there's one person sitting at the bar. Guess who it was? It was a girl. It was Melissa, the girl from Whole Foods. And he sees her. He's like, hey, do you remember me? And she was like, oh my God. She was like, how are you? She gives him a big fat hug. They hug each other. They start talking. She buys him a drink. They sit there and they talk for the next 3 hours. We didn't even end up gaming that night, which kind of worked out because all of Hollywood was dead. I think there was some kind of event going on. But he sat at the bar with her for 3 hours. And they talked, they got to know each other. This guy has really bad game, by the way. He's gotten better. But at that time, really poor game, really bad body language. You're scared as shit to approach girls. Even the approaches that I got him to do that day in Santa Monica, this guy was a nervous wreck. It was that one last approach at Whole Foods at the end of the day when we're already done and we're just getting food for ourselves. And we saw that girl, Melissa, it's at the end of the day and we're just there getting our salad bar. And I told him, I'm like, hey, I know you're attracted to her. At least walk over to her and ask her what her nationality is. And that's all I wanted him to do. Just so he didn't blow the opportunity. Just so we can find out for ourselves, is she cool or not, right? Is she in the mood to be approached or not? Because, hey, you don't know till you approach. That's why I say, don't blow these opportunities. And because he didn't blow that opportunity, and he went to talk to her, even with his really poor body language and bad game and apologetic voice tonality, look what happened. We ran into that same girl less than 72 hours later while we're out night gaming at the W. She happened to be there. She was supposed to meet a girlfriend of hers. Her girlfriend flaked. Girlfriend flaked on her. She was there by herself. She was just gonna have one more drink and she was gonna go home. That's when we saw her, right as she was having her last drink. He goes to the bar, pays his tab, and then he saw her. He was like, you're not gonna believe this. That Melissa chick is at the bar. And I'm like, that's all you, dog. Go get her, go get her. And sure enough, 3-hour conversation they had there. They went to go eat after that. They went to like an all-night cafe. 2 days later, she's out on a date with him. Okay, 2 days later, she goes on a date with him. Less than a week later, they're a couple. She became his girlfriend. She became Paul's girlfriend. This guy with really bad game, really sucks at approaching girls, didn't want to approach girls, didn't think it was possible. And even after that day that he spent with me, day gaming, he still didn't believe he could do it. He was like, maybe some guys are just not cut out for this. And I'm like, no, everybody's cut out for this. He was like, maybe you're just cut from a different cloth. I'm like, I'm not cut from a different cloth. I just apply the same techniques that I teach you and all my other students. I'm like, your problem is you blow opportunities. You let opportunities pass you by. That's why you never see what can actually transpire from those opportunities that you are blowing. Because you don't even give yourself a chance to win, a chance to succeed. What happened at Whole Foods made him a believer. Okay, because that was something that was so random. So random. And I tell him, I'm like, you know what? It's not as random as you think. For me, that's not random. That's just what I call not blowing opportunities. For him, he was like, that's random. I'm like, no, it's not random. It's called not blowing opportunities, not giving up on yourself, believing in yourself, and giving yourself an opportunity to win. And that is just one example that I'm giving you, because I've had many students who've had very similar things happen to them, where I've just taught them not to blow these opportunities. I'm like, you know what? Lower your expectations for doing this perfect approach. Lower your expectations to be looking your absolute best and having your fresh haircut and coming from the gym. Lower your expectations and just go approach the girl. I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry you're wearing your jogging pants right now and you don't have on your suit and tie. I'm sorry you didn't have a chance to get your hair done today and it looks like you just rolled out of bed. I'm sorry you haven't showered in the last 3 days. But you know what? That chick is your type of girl. And I know you're attracted to her. At least go talk to her. Find out if she's cool. Find out if there is attraction there. Find out if you even like her. At least give yourself that opportunity. Give her that opportunity as well. Because she's a woman. It's not her job to approach you. You're the man. It's your job to do the approaching. Okay? It's part of being a man. You got to do the approach. You've got to lead. And as I've always said, pickup, it's not a light switch. It's not something you turn on and off. It's not something you only turn on, after you've come from the gym, you've got your brand new haircut. You are not always going to be looking your best. Okay? You're just not. But you happen to see that beautiful woman that you feel that natural chemistry and connection with, that you have to go and talk to. You just have to find out if she's cool. You have to find out if there is any opportunity there for you guys to go further together, for you guys to explore a dating relationship together. You have to give yourself that opportunity and stop blowing these opportunities, because you never know what can happen. Many of the hottest girlfriends that I've had, many of the hottest drop-dead gorgeous beautiful women that I've made my girlfriends, initially when I approached them, they weren't interested in me. They were dating somebody else, or they were not looking to jump into a relationship. They wanted time to themselves. And I was like, okay, that's fine. But I stayed in contact with them. I dated other women, but I stayed in contact with them. And then eventually came back around and they were like, hey, what are you up to? They're like, are you single? I'm like, depends. What are you looking to do? Next thing you know, these girls become my girlfriend. The reason why I've been able to get such hot girlfriends in my life is because I don't blow opportunities. I don't let these opportunities pass me by, and neither should you. So that's all I have to say for tonight's coaching video. Stop blowing these opportunities with young, beautiful women. Stop letting these opportunities pass you by, because you never know. You never know what can happen if you just give yourself that chance. If you just believe in yourself enough and just go approach that girl. And again, you don't need to do the perfect approach every single time. You don't need to become this master pickup artist before you can start attracting these beautiful women. A lot of times, you just have to have a good enough approach. Okay? A lot of times too, if the girl's in the right mood, if she just happens to like you for whatever reason, she will help you. Because as I always teach my students, when they like you, they'll help you. So if you're anywhere during your approach, if you get stuck or if you run out of things to say, believe me, she will interject and she'll help you. She'll ask you questions too. She'll help carry the conversation along. But you're not going to know unless you approach the girl. And yes, there are going to be times where you get rejected. The girl's going to blow you out. It's part of the game. Pickup is like a sport. And like any sport, there are going to be times where you're going to take some shots. But in the process, you're going to get some bomb-ass girlfriends into your life. You're going to get some bomb-ass women into your life, some cool-ass women, some hot women, some beautiful women into your life. Is that worth a few rejections and a few blowouts from time to time? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think back on all the cool, hot girlfriends that I've had, all the drop-dead gorgeous women that I've dated, that I've had sex with, and I think to myself, was it worth it to go through, rejections from time to time or hard blowouts from time to time to get to those kind of girls? Absolutely. 100%. The rewards are worth more than the risk. When it comes to pickup, the rewards you get out of the game are worth 1,000 times more than the risk that you take, the risk of getting blown out, the risk of getting rejected. Girl rejects you, girl blows you out, so what? Like I've said, many of my hottest girlfriends, drop-dead gorgeous girls that I've ever dated, originally, when I approached them, rejected me or blew me out. The thing was, Didn't let the rejection affect me. And a lot of these hot girls, especially the beautiful ones, the naturally beautiful ones, they want to be in relationships. Okay, they like having a partner, they like having a boyfriend, they like having a man. I want you to be that man. And the way that you become that man, the way that you become their boyfriends, is by not blowing opportunities. Period. So until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets, and I will see you in my next coaching video. Alright, so this one means flamboyant, this one means bossy, and then this is creative.
So that's all your qualities. Pretty much. Yeah, please put them all up.